They called me Jinbei. But that was not the name my mother whispered to me as a child in Portugal. My birth name died the day I boarded a ship bound for the East. The day I chose to live by blade and greed. I was 17 when I first heard tales of Japan, an island of golden temples, fierce warriors, and secret treasures beyond any European king's vaults. The men said their samurai could cut a cannonball mid-air. I laughed. I thought the myths meant to frighten fools. But at 23, as a pirate captain, I saw Japan's shores with my own eyes. We raided the villages under the ghost moon, silent, swift, like demons in the night. We took rice, silk, jade, and women. I remember one girl screaming for her father as we dragged her to the boat. I silenced her with a slap, thinking myself merciful for letting her live. On our fourth raid, dawn betrayed us. We were loading the last crates onto our skiffs when the fog lifted. There, lined across the beach, stood an army. Hundreds of samurai in black iron armor, their banners snapping in the wind, their blades gleaming with the rising sun. They did not shout. They did not threaten. They simply moved forward. We fired our muskets. They moved like shadows between raindrops. In seconds, our front ranks fell screaming. Arrows cut down my gunners. I saw my first mate, a giant from Seville, split open from collarbone to hip with a single stroke. I roared like an animal, swinging my cutlass at anything that moved. Blood sprayed my face, warm and bright in the morning light. I thought myself invincible. Then he came, the general. He walked through the chaos as if strolling through a garden. His black and gold armor shone like a demon king's. His hair was tied high, his gaze calm as he cut down my men. When he reached me, I charged with everything I had left. He moved once. My cutlass flew from my hand. I fell to my knees in the blood-soaked sand. I waited for death, staring into his dark eyes, seeing only my own fear reflected back. But he spoke. "Your eyes hold no honor, but they hold potential." He spared me. He ordered 2 samurai to chain me, dragged me through villages where children threw stones at my head. I arrived at his castle beaten, half-starved, ready to die. Instead, they fed me scraps, forced me to clean stables, beat me when I spoke out of turn. Months passed. I learned their language, listening to the guards insult me. Learned their customs, watching servants bow. One night, the general entered my cell. He carried a wooden sword. "Fight me," he said. I lunged in rage. He knocked me down, again. Each time my pride burned hotter than my wounds. Days turned to months. They dressed me in simple robes, gave me a wooden sword each morning. I fought the general until my arms bled, until my knees buckled, until one day I blocked his strike. He smiled. Years passed. My pirate rags were replaced by silk training hakama. My hair was tied in a warrior's knot. I learned their poems, their prayers, their honor. The sake they gave me tasted better than any rum. The cherry blossoms falling each spring reminded me of snow back home, but warmer somehow. Kinder. They gave me a name, Jinbei, because my foreign name no longer mattered. I was reborn. I became his retainer, his student, his shadow on the battlefield. When Korean pirates raided our shores, I led the charge. I cut down men who once looked like my brothers at sea. I fought not for gold, not for greed, but for honor, for him. When I fell to an enemy spear, the general knelt beside me in the mud and wept. His tears fell on my bloodied chest. As the world dimmed, I heard him say, "You died a samurai, my son." They buried me under the cherry blossoms, with my sword at my side. And to this day, they say, when Korean raiders sail near those shores, a ghostly warrior stands upon the waves, a foreigner, reborn as samurai, guarding the land he once came to steal.